The first key point, taking responsibility for your path, goes far beyond simply acknowledging your choices. It is about fully embracing the idea that your life, your growth, and your success are shaped primarily by what you decide to do, not by what happens around you. Obama often communicates that every individual has far more power over their future than they initially realize. In a world like 2025, where opportunities are expanding but competition is higher than ever, taking responsibility becomes the foundational mindset that separates those who move forward from those who stay stuck. When you accept responsibility, you stop giving your power away to excuses, circumstances, or the actions of others. Instead, you begin to see yourself as the driver in your own journey. It means no longer saying, "I can't because of them," or "I failed because the system is unfair." Even if those obstacles are real, responsibility doesn't ignore challenges, it simply refuses to let those challenges dominate your outcome. Obama's message teaches that the moment you shift from blaming to owning, everything in your life begins to change. Taking responsibility also forces you to confront the uncomfortable truth that growth requires effort, sacrifice, and discipline. Many people want success, but resist the demands that come with it. In 2025, distractions are everywhere: social media, entertainment, fast rewards, and shortcuts that look tempting. But taking responsibility means saying, "My future is worth more than temporary comfort." It's about waking up early when you'd rather sleep, learning skills that feel difficult, admitting your weaknesses, and doing the work no one sees, applauds, or rewards immediately. Obama often reminds people that consistent, disciplined action, not luck, is what transforms potential into achievement. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, responsible people create their own moment. Instead of waiting for motivation, they rely on commitment. Instead of hoping for change, they take action to create it. Responsibility puts the power back into your hands because it makes success something you actively build rather than something you passively hope for. Another dimension of responsibility is emotional maturity. This means holding yourself accountable not only for what you do, but for how you think and how you respond to challenges. In tough times, it is easy to feel defeated, blame the world, or fall into frustration. But Obama's philosophy encourages a different approach. Pause, reflect, learn, and adapt. Taking responsibility means asking yourself, what can I control? What can I improve? What can I do next? Instead of reacting with anger, fear, or impatience, responsible individuals respond with clarity. They understand that their emotions may be valid, but their decisions must be intentional. This emotional discipline allows you to stay focused during setbacks and remain grounded during success. It keeps you from getting lost in negativity or overwhelmed by stress. Emotional responsibility also builds resilience, which is an essential strength in the changing world of 2025. Responsibility also involves self-awareness, recognizing your habits, your choices, and the patterns that either push you forward or pull you back. Many people don't realize how much their daily routines influence their future. Obama highlights that success is not built from one dramatic leap. It's built from everyday choices: what you learn, how you use your time, who you associate with, what you prioritize, and what you ignore. Taking responsibility means analyzing your own behaviors with honesty. Are you investing your time wisely? Are you building skills that matter? Are you surrounding yourself with people who elevate you or people who drain you? Are you moving toward your goals or drifting aimlessly? This level of self-examination can feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary because clarity leads to power. The more you understand yourself, the better decisions you can make, and the more effectively you can shape your future. Another important aspect is responsibility for your dreams. Not everyone around you will understand your goals, and not everyone will support them. Obama often says that your vision belongs to you, not to others. Taking responsibility means holding onto your dreams even when others doubt you, even when progress is slow, and even when failures make you question yourself. It means understanding that no one else can dream for you, work for you, or walk your path for you. In 2025, where everyone is chasing something, the people who take responsibility for their dreams are the ones who survive setbacks, stay focused, and remain unstoppable. They don't wait for encouragement. They create their own drive. They don't wait for opportunities. They prepare themselves so well that opportunities become inevitable. Finally, taking responsibility gives you empowerment. It transforms the way you see challenges, the way you speak to yourself, and the way you approach your ambitions. When you realize that your life is shaped by your choices, your discipline, and your mindset, you begin to move differently. You stop fearing failure because you know you can learn from it. You stop comparing yourself to others because you are focused on building your own path. You stop waiting for miracles because you understand that the greatest miracles are created through effort, consistency, and courage. This mindset frees you from helplessness and places you in control of your destiny. It turns pressure into motivation, pain into strength, and dreams into reality. Taking responsibility for your path is the foundation of success because it changes the way you think, the way you act, and the way you grow. Once you embrace this principle, everything else becomes possible. Consistency is one of the most underrated yet powerful forces behind lasting success, and Obama often emphasizes that real achievement doesn't come from occasional bursts of motivation, but from the daily commitment to show up, even when you don't feel like it. In a world where people are constantly searching for shortcuts, quick results, and instant success, consistency becomes a rare and valuable advantage. It separates those who dream from those who achieve. The truth is that most people give up too early. They start something with excitement, but when progress slows or obstacles appear, they lose momentum and abandon their efforts. Obama's message teaches that the people who win in the long run are the ones who stay in the game longer, who continue the grind when others stop, who keep watering their efforts even when there is no visible growth yet. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is incredibly powerful because it compounds. Every small effort adds up until it eventually creates results that seem sudden to outsiders, but are actually the product of steady dedication. Consistency also builds habits, and habits shape identity. When you repeatedly do something, whether it's studying, practicing, training, or improving a skill, it eventually becomes a part of who you are. Obama often points out that excellence isn't an event, it's a lifestyle. You don't become disciplined by accident. You don't become skilled by chance. You don't become successful through luck. You become all of these things by doing the right things repeatedly until they become second nature. In 2025, the world is more competitive than ever, and habits are your greatest allies, because once a habit is formed, it does not require motivation to maintain. Many people rely on motivation, but motivation is temporary and inconsistent. Some days you feel inspired and some days you don't, but habits and consistency sustain you when motivation disappears. When you build habits around your goals, you ensure progress even on your worst days. Another important aspect of consistency is patience. In an age defined by speed, fast internet, fast communication, fast entertainment, people have developed an expectation that everything should come quickly. But success has its own timeline, and rushing it only leads to disappointment. Obama encourages people to embrace slow progress because slow progress is still progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your vision. Patience allows you to stay committed through the long, quiet phases where nothing seems to be happening. This is where most people quit, not because they lack ability, but because they lack patience. But the ones who keep going, who trust the process, who understand the value of long-term investments, they eventually break through. Consistency mixed with patience creates unstoppable momentum. It teaches you to endure the dry seasons, knowing that growth is happening beneath the surface. Consistency also builds confidence. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you prove something to yourself. You strengthen your self-belief. You learn that you can rely on your own discipline. This internal confidence becomes a powerful motivator. You no longer fear challenges because you know you have the ability to keep showing up. Obama often stresses that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you earn through action. The more consistent you are, the more powerful you feel. The more powerful you feel, the more ambitious you become. And the more ambitious you become, the more willing you are to take risks and pursue bigger goals. Consistency doesn't just build skills, it builds your sense of identity and strength. Another benefit of consistency is that it reduces the emotional roller coaster of success. When you only work when you feel good, your results will be as unstable as your emotions. But consistency creates structure, discipline, and balance. It keeps you steady even when life gets chaotic. It gives you a foundation that you can rely on. In 2025, life moves fast, technology evolves rapidly, industries shift overnight, and distractions multiply. Without consistency, it's easy to get overwhelmed or lose direction. But with consistency, you stay anchored, you stay focused, you stay clear on your priorities, and because you're always moving forward, even slowly, you never fall behind. Consistency also breeds mastery. The difference between amateurs and experts is not talent but repetition. When you commit to daily improvement, even if by 1%, those improvements accumulate into mastery over time. Whether it's speaking, writing, leading, studying, or building a business, mastery requires repetitive practice. Obama's success was built on years of refining his speaking skills, strengthening his leadership abilities, and constantly learning from experience. Nothing happened overnight. His message makes it clear. If you want to master something, you must be willing to practice it consistently, even when you're tired, bored, or discouraged. True mastery is built through the quiet work done behind the scenes. Finally, consistency builds trust, not only in yourself, but also from others. People trust those who are reliable, who show up, who deliver, who keep their word. Whether in relationships, careers, or leadership, consistency is a form of responsibility. It shows maturity, discipline, and respect. When people see that you're committed to your craft, your goals, and your values, they naturally believe in you more. Opportunities come more easily. Support becomes more available. Success becomes more achievable. Consistency is the invisible force that turns dreams into reality. It is the difference between wishing and winning, between planning and achieving, between starting and finishing. When you commit to being consistent, day after day, year after year, you unlock a level of success that most people never experience. Surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher is a principle that Barack Obama has repeatedly emphasized as central to personal and professional success. He often highlights that the people you choose to spend the majority of your time with influence your mindset, habits, opportunities, and ultimately, the trajectory of your life. In 2025, when competition is fierce and distractions abound, the company you keep can either propel you toward your goals or hold you back without you even realizing it. Surrounding yourself with supportive, ambitious, and growth-oriented individuals is not just about having friends or colleagues. It is a deliberate strategy to create an environment that nurtures your potential. The people around you shape your thinking, your energy, and your actions. If your circle is filled with negativity, doubt, or complacency, you are more likely to adopt those same attitudes, no matter how talented or determined you are. Conversely, Being around people who challenge, inspire, and believe in you strengthens your resilience, expands your perspective, and accelerates your progress. Obama's principle of surrounding yourself with positive influence goes beyond simply being around good people. It is about consciously choosing relationships that align with your vision and values. This includes mentors who have walked the path you aspire to, peers who motivate you to elevate your standards, and collaborators who bring out your best. Mentors are especially crucial because they provide wisdom, guidance, and insight drawn from experience. They help you navigate pitfalls, avoid common mistakes, and see possibilities that you might miss on your own. In 2025, where opportunities and risks evolve rapidly, having mentors can save years of trial and error. Mentorship also provides accountability. A mentor doesn't just advise you, they challenge you to follow through on your commitments and push beyond your comfort zone. Their belief in your potential becomes a source of strength, especially when self-doubt or external challenges arise. Peers also play a critical role in shaping your success. Obama emphasizes that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your peers are ambitious, hardworking, and positive, you are more likely to adopt their mindset and behaviors. If they are negative, unmotivated, or cynical, their energy can pull you down, even if you initially resist it. In 2025, collaboration is often essential for career advancement, entrepreneurship, and creative endeavors. Surrounding yourself with peers who are equally dedicated encourages healthy competition, sparks innovation, and motivates continuous learning. When you see your peers achieving, it reminds you that progress is possible, fueling your own drive and determination. This influence is not about jealousy or comparison. It's about inspiration, shared growth, and mutual accountability. Beyond mentors and peers, building a supportive community is equally important. Community provides a sense of belonging, encouragement, and emotional resilience. Obama often stresses the importance of collective progress, noting that no one succeeds in isolation. By connecting with people who share similar goals or values, you create a network that can provide resources, advice, and collaboration opportunities. In 2025, where professional and personal networks are more global and interconnected than ever, cultivating a strong, positive community is essential. These networks open doors to opportunities that might otherwise be inaccessible and provide moral support during challenging times. Community also reinforces accountability, as being part of a group encourages you to maintain your standards and continue pursuing your goals consistently. Equally important is the concept of removing toxic influences from your life. Just as it is crucial to seek out people who elevate you, it is essential to distance yourself from those who drain your energy, foster doubt, or encourage destructive behaviors. Toxic relationships can be subtle. Friends or colleagues who constantly complain, criticize, or undermine your ambitions. These influences, over time, erode confidence, stifle creativity, and divert focus from your goals. Obama's principle encourages a conscious evaluation of your relationships. By identifying and minimizing toxic influences, you create space for positive energy and support to flourish. This doesn't mean you avoid challenges or differing opinions, but you prioritize relationships that are constructive, growth-oriented, and aligned with your aspirations. Another key aspect of this principle is the importance of giving back to your circle. Success is not just about receiving support, it's also about contributing value to others. Obama emphasizes the power of reciprocity, helping your peers, mentoring others, and being a positive force in your community strengthens relationships and builds trust. When you invest in others' growth, you reinforce a culture of mutual support and accountability. This cycle of encouragement creates an environment where everyone can thrive. In 2025, collaboration and shared success are more important than ever, and the ability to lift others while pursuing your own goals enhances both personal fulfillment and long-term achievement. Surrounding yourself with the right people also fosters perspective and innovation. Exposure to diverse experiences, ideas, and skills broadens your understanding and sparks creativity. Obama's success demonstrates the value of learning from a variety of voices and experiences. By engaging with people who challenge your assumptions, you expand your problem-solving abilities and adaptability. In a rapidly evolving world, this ability to learn, adapt, and innovate is crucial for maintaining relevance and achieving breakthroughs. Your circle becomes a source of collective intelligence, helping you anticipate trends, identify opportunities, and navigate challenges more effectively. Finally, the principle of surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher reinforces self-discipline and accountability. When your circle embodies high standards, it encourages you to maintain your own. The expectations and behaviors of those around you influence your own actions, often subconsciously. Being in the company of driven, ethical, and supportive individuals naturally encourages you to act in alignment with those values. Obama's insight shows that success is rarely achieved alone. It is cultivated within an ecosystem of positive influence, mentorship, and community. The people who elevate you serve as both inspiration and mirror, reflecting the potential you have and holding you accountable to it. In essence, who you choose to surround yourself with shapes not only your actions, but also your mindset, ambition, and capacity for growth. By consciously surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher, you are creating a foundation for consistent growth, resilience, and achievement. It is an investment in your future, a strategy for navigating challenges, and a catalyst for unlocking your full potential. In 2025, when the pace of change is relentless, the strength, wisdom, and energy of the people around you become an indispensable resource, helping you turn aspirations into accomplishments and potential into lasting success. Turning setbacks into setups for growth is a principle that Barack Obama consistently emphasizes as essential for achieving lasting success. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. No journey toward meaningful goals is free from failure, disappointment, or unforeseen challenges. What separates those who succeed from those who falter is not the presence or absence of setbacks, but the way in which they respond to them. Obama teaches that setbacks are not indicators of defeat, they are opportunities for reflection, learning, and growth. In 2025, with rapid technological advancements, shifting global landscapes, and increasing competition, the ability to convert challenges into advantages is more critical than ever. Every failure carries lessons that, if understood and applied, can become the foundation for stronger, smarter, and more resilient progress. Instead of viewing setbacks as endpoints, successful individuals learn to see them as stepping stones, temporary pauses that guide them toward better strategies, improved skills, and deeper self-awareness. At the heart of this principle is mindset. Obama often emphasizes the importance of perspective. Setbacks are inevitable, but how you interpret them determines your future trajectory. A fixed mindset views failure as a reflection of inadequacy, whereas a growth mindset perceives failure as a learning opportunity. This perspective shift transforms obstacles into opportunities. For instance, losing a job, failing an exam, or facing rejection in a professional endeavor is not the end of the journey. It is feedback. Feedback that provides insight into what went wrong, what needs improvement, and what strategies can be adjusted moving forward. In 2025, when industries evolve rapidly and innovation is constant, the ability to learn quickly from setbacks can become the difference between thriving and falling behind. Those who embrace this mindset do not dwell on failure. They analyze it, adapt, and act. Turning setbacks into growth also requires resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, maintain focus, and continue pursuing your goals despite adversity. Obama's life and career demonstrate resilience in action, navigating political opposition, public scrutiny, and complex challenges with determination and composure. Resilient individuals understand that setbacks are temporary and that perseverance is non-negotiable. They develop mental toughness by framing adversity as a teacher rather than an enemy. In practical terms, resilience involves developing routines, support systems, and coping mechanisms that allow you to stay grounded during setbacks. This may include seeking advice from mentors, reflecting through journaling, or maintaining physical and emotional health to sustain energy and clarity. By cultivating resilience, setbacks stop being debilitating. They become manageable challenges that can be overcome with strategic action. Another key aspect of turning setbacks into growth is learning to extract actionable lessons. Every setback contains valuable information about your choices, behaviors, and environment. Successful individuals pause to ask critical questions. What could I have done differently? What assumptions were flawed? What skills do I need to develop to avoid repeating this mistake? Obama stresses that introspection and honest evaluation are essential for growth. In 2025, where mistakes can have immediate and visible consequences, learning quickly from setbacks is a competitive advantage. This approach allows individuals not only to correct course, but also to innovate, experiment, and anticipate future obstacles. The process transforms setbacks from sources of regret into catalysts for improvement and strategic planning. Turning setbacks into growth also requires patience and persistence. Growth rarely occurs overnight, and setbacks often signal that progress is still underway behind the scenes. Obama frequently underscores the importance of enduring temporary discomfort and maintaining focus on long-term goals. Many people react impulsively to setbacks with frustration, fear, or abandonment of their objectives. Successful individuals, however, recognize that setbacks are part of the journey and persist despite temporary failures. They understand that the accumulation of small adjustments, lessons learned, and sustained effort ultimately leads to breakthrough results. Patience combined with persistence ensures that setbacks do not derail progress, but instead enhance resilience, insight, and readiness for future opportunities. Furthermore, turning setbacks into growth encourages adaptability. In 2025, the world is more dynamic than ever. Plans that worked yesterday may be obsolete tomorrow. Obama emphasizes that individuals who thrive are those who can pivot, adjust strategies, and remain flexible when confronted with challenges. A setback may reveal that an approach, method, or plan is flawed, and rather than resisting change, growth-oriented individuals modify their course. Adaptability allows for creativity and innovation, turning obstacles into opportunities for experimentation. By remaining flexible, setbacks can serve as triggers for improved strategies, fresh perspectives, and innovative solutions that might not have been considered in a linear, failure-averse mindset. Another essential element is emotional regulation. Setbacks can evoke strong emotions such as anger, disappointment, fear, or self-doubt. Obama often highlights that while emotions are natural, they should not dictate decisions. Individuals who turn setbacks into growth practice emotional intelligence. They acknowledge their feelings, process them constructively, and channel energy into problem-solving rather than blame or regret. Emotional regulation ensures that setbacks become lessons rather than crises, enabling clear thinking and proactive action. In 2025, where stress and uncertainty are prevalent, the ability to manage emotions effectively is a critical differentiator between those who stagnate and those who leverage adversity for growth. Finally, turning setbacks into setups for growth reinforces a sense of purpose. Every challenge faced and overcome strengthens commitment to one's goals and vision. Obama demonstrates that enduring hardships, learning from failures, and emerging stronger fosters confidence, character, and credibility. By reframing setbacks as necessary steps toward mastery and success, individuals develop the courage to tackle more ambitious challenges and seize greater opportunities. This principle transforms adversity from a deterrent into a tool for building resilience, wisdom, and long-term achievement. In conclusion, turning setbacks into setups for growth is not simply about overcoming obstacles. It is about using them as instruments for learning, improvement, and strategic advancement. It requires mindset, resilience, adaptability, patience, and emotional regulation. Obama's approach teaches that setbacks are not failures, but valuable experiences that refine skills, clarify goals, and strengthen character. In 2025, where change is constant and challenges are inevitable, the ability to convert adversity into opportunity is a defining characteristic of those who achieve lasting success, influence, and impact. By embracing setbacks as catalysts for growth, individuals transform challenges into stepping stones, setbacks into setups, and adversity into achievement. Focusing on making an impact rather than merely making progress is a principle that Barack Obama emphasizes as central to meaningful success. In a world driven by metrics, promotions, financial gains, and visible achievements, it is easy to confuse progress with significance. Progress can be measured in titles, income, or personal milestones, but impact goes beyond personal gain. It is about the positive influence you have on others, on your community, and on the world at large. Obama's philosophy highlights that true success is not just what you accomplish for yourself, but how your actions contribute to the greater good. In 2025, as global challenges grow more complex, the importance of pursuing goals that create lasting value for others becomes even more critical. By focusing on impact, individuals ensure that their work is purposeful, their efforts are meaningful, and their legacy is enduring. At the core of this principle is the concept of purpose. Purpose gives direction to your efforts and ensures that your achievements resonate beyond personal satisfaction. Obama frequently reminds people that leadership and success are inseparable from service. Progress without impact is temporary. It may provide personal rewards, but it rarely creates enduring change. In contrast, when you align your work with a higher purpose, every action gains significance. Purpose provides clarity in decision making, motivation during challenges, and resilience in the face of setbacks. It transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. In 2025, where distractions and short-term rewards are abundant, purpose acts as a compass, keeping your focus on what truly matters and ensuring that your success contributes to something larger than yourself. Focusing on impact also requires thinking beyond oneself. Obama emphasizes that leadership is about empowering others, elevating communities, and contributing to collective progress. The most effective leaders and successful individuals do not measure their accomplishments solely by personal accolades. They measure them by the difference they make in other people's lives. In practical terms, this might involve mentoring someone, advocating for equitable policies, supporting innovation, or creating solutions that improve society. By considering the broader consequences of actions, individuals cultivate empathy, responsibility, and foresight. In 2025, where interconnectedness and global challenges demand collaborative solutions, thinking beyond personal progress ensures that your efforts contribute meaningfully to the world. Another dimension of this principle is the sustainability of achievements. Personal progress without impact can be fleeting, titles can be lost, income can fluctuate, and recognition can fade. Impact, on the other hand, has a lasting effect. By focusing on creating value for others, your work resonates beyond the immediate moment. Obama's speeches and initiatives consistently illustrate this idea, whether through social programs, community engagement, or policy changes. The emphasis is on creating structures, opportunities, and solutions that benefit more than just oneself. In 2025, with technology and social systems evolving rapidly, the ability to make a sustainable impact solutions that continue to benefit people over time becomes a hallmark of meaningful success. Focusing on impact also fosters deeper fulfillment. Progress alone can feel hollow, especially if it is disconnected from contribution or meaning. Obama often highlights that fulfillment comes not from accumulation or recognition, but from knowing that your efforts have made a difference. Helping someone succeed, solving a problem that benefits a community, or inspiring positive change creates satisfaction that is profound and lasting. In a society increasingly focused on superficial markers of achievement, the pursuit of meaningful impact distinguishes those who are truly successful in life from those who are merely busy. It cultivates purpose-driven motivation that sustains effort even when personal gains are slow or uncertain. Collaboration and influence are essential components of focusing on impact. Making a difference often requires working with others, leveraging collective skills, and building alliances. Obama's leadership style demonstrates that impact is amplified when people come together around a shared vision. By focusing on outcomes that matter to others, individuals naturally develop the ability to inspire, mobilize, and coordinate efforts. This approach not only magnifies results, but also fosters trust, respect, and credibility. In 2025, when the scale and complexity of challenges are greater than ever, the ability to collaborate effectively and create collective impact is a key differentiator between superficial progress and transformative success. Another aspect of focusing on impact is prioritization. When your goal is to make a difference rather than merely move forward, your decisions become more strategic. Not all actions yield meaningful outcomes, and time is a finite resource. Obama emphasizes that prioritizing activities that create value for others ensures that effort is not wasted on trivial or self-serving pursuits. It encourages deliberate action, thoughtful planning, and a focus on results that extend beyond the individual. In a fast-paced world like 2025, where opportunities are abundant but attention is limited, prioritizing impact over mere progress ensures that your energy is spent on what truly matters. Impact also requires courage. Choosing to focus on others, to challenge injustices, or to pursue initiatives that benefit the wider community often involves risk. It may require confronting opposition, enduring criticism, or stepping outside comfort zones. Obama's career demonstrates that meaningful impact frequently involves taking bold, principled action rather than seeking immediate personal gain. In 2025, where societal and professional pressures can favor self-interest and short-term wins, the courage to pursue impact ensures that your contributions are genuine, transformative, and ethically grounded. Finally, focusing on impact builds a legacy. Progress may fade, but the positive difference you make endures in the lives of others. Obama's emphasis on impact reflects the belief that success is measured not only by what you achieve today, but by what continues to benefit people in the future. By mentoring, innovating, advocating, and serving, individuals leave behind systems, relationships, and communities that thrive long after their immediate involvement ends. In 2025, with rapid change and global challenges, a focus on lasting impact ensures that your contributions matter, that your efforts resonate, and that your success has significance beyond personal advancement. Focusing on making an impact rather than merely making progress transforms the way you define success, the actions you take, and the value you create in the world. It shifts attention from self-centered goals to meaningful contributions, from temporary milestones to lasting change, and from isolated achievements to collective advancement. Obama's philosophy teaches that true success is inseparable from purpose, contribution, and legacy. By prioritizing impact, individuals ensure that their efforts leave the world better than they found it, inspire others to act, and create a ripple effect of positive transformation that extends far beyond themselves. In 2025, this principle is not only a guide to personal fulfillment, but also a roadmap for creating a life of significance, influence, and enduring achievement.